What's good, everyone? It's your main man, DJ D-Lite. I'm honored and privileged to be joined by my brother, Mike Lowe, man. I'm excited for y'all to know more about this brother. If you haven't heard of him, amazing music that this brother's producing for the kingdom, man. And he was a winner of one of the Way to Wait weeks, and he is a part of the Best of Way to Wait, the summer 2024 album that's coming out real soon. So, man, Mike Lowe, man, honored to have you, brother. Why don't you introduce yourself to the folks? Tell them a little bit about you.
Man, appreciate you having me first and foremost, man. But yeah, man, my name is Mike Lowe. Just up and coming Christian artist, man, trying to do this for the kingdom. And I guess what's unique about my story is I wasn't always doing it for the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Like I was once living in the world, writing music that was about parties, drugs, alcohol, women, just typical stuff, you know, and I had that heart shift, and man, ever since I've just been doing it for the Lord, man, like to glorify Him. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's awesome, and you definitely doing it, bro. So with that in mind, and it's a perfect segue for the first question. Tell us about your Jesus story, what I like to call like how you came into the kingdom.
Right. Well, it's crazy because I wasn't chasing God. I was chasing a girl. If I'm being honest, you know, I was out living really like chasing women. And there was this one particular girl that got my attention, and she invited me to, it wasn't to church, but it was something that, if you have questions about faith. So they it's like an introductory to, you know, trying to get you in, but I didn't know that at the time. But so I'm just like, you know, going week after week to try to get to know her a little bit. Using it as an end was what I thought. But man, the Lord was softening my heart, man. It's changing me all through. It's a 9-week course that I was going to, you know. So over those 9 weeks, it's like he was just reeling me in. And yeah. So it was crazy because after those 9 weeks, I had somebody pray over me. It was the first time I had somebody speak words of life, you know.
Yeah.
I had heard compliments and stuff, but this was different. You know what I mean? When the Spirit was involved, and man,
absolutely.
Went back to my chair and I was weeping, like crying, just couldn't stop crying. And it was like, you know, from a good place. I had never really cried like that. I cried from bad things happening or whatever. But man, this was like the Lord just touched me in a way where I was like, it got uncomfortable to write the old stuff I was writing and live the way I was living. Right. That's when you know, man, it was only God for real.
Amen.
And that was the day I said the prayer, man, of salvation, and committed my life to Him. And it's been a process, you know, ever since then, of course. But, just the uncomfortableness, the conviction of living the old ways, man. So, man, it's good.
That's awesome, man. Man, you know, it's funny you say that because I remember somebody with a very similar testimony, the homie Dayton. Dayton had a similar situation where he was chasing the chick, but ended up the Lord got a hold of him. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord is amazing. Now you think, okay, you think you after this, but you gonna find what I got for you. You know what I'm saying?
I love that too. Yeah. He'll use the thing that you going after too.
Right.
You know?
Right. That's awesome.
Your whole
man.
Story. Man,
for real.
Beautiful.
That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. So tell us, man, when it comes to your music, the inspiration for your music, what goes into the creative process with you and your music whenever you're developing a project or a song or whatever?
Okay. I guess from a song perspective, I feed off of the beat, man. Like whatever the beat is saying, I get inspired by that, whether it be reflective or aggressive. You know, I'm kind of going with what the beat is telling me, and like the words just kind of start to flow. But that's where I really find my inspiration for songs individually when I'm putting together an album or whatever. But my inspiration overall is just, man, other artists doing their thing.
Wow.
Like, it once started, you know, with the Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, and, you know, artists like that. But once I got turned over to, you know, CHH, it was like, okay, man, there's other artists that do this as well. And it's been a growing process from there. I'm still even learning artists. Like I've recently heard of Dayton, and I think his music is, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I'm just getting inspired by other artists that's doing the same thing. And it's just like how they're able to use creativity and then throw it in like with stories from the Bible even and stuff,
Yeah,
and just reflective of their own lives and their own journey. It doesn't even have to be, throw the Bible in your face all the time, but I think it's
exactly.
cool how you living it out. You know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly. That's awesome, bro.
yeah,
So
for
what
sure.
was that? What I like to call an aha moment? What was that aha moment when you saw the gift that you had for music and
Hmm,
how God could use it to reach the masses? What was that
right.
process like, and how did it all come together?
I feel that. And what's interesting is that I almost, when I made the conversion and I was telling you I'm convicted, I
Yeah.
almost was ready to just give up on music completely because I didn't
Wow.
see a way that I could do it. And one of my mentors, who was like, I guess one of the first people who kind of was leading me in small groups and stuff when I first made the turnover, he had challenged me, like, man, why don't you try writing about your journey, what you've been used to? I didn't even know Christian hip hop existed at that time. So to me, it was like, I don't know if I can even do something like that. I'm not really writing worship songs. Like, I like rap, really.
hmm
So he challenged me, and that's kind of where it all started. And then, people who had listened to the old stuff had started to hear the new stuff, and I was like seeing them come to me for guidance and for
Wow.
just yeah, man. So that's like really where I had like an aha moment, like you would say, man, where it was like, hey, maybe I could really use this in a way where I don't have to like lose the following that I had already generated doing the old stuff. I can use it to influence that
hmm
generation there.
hmm
So yeah, that's where it all started, man. I give props to my mentor who spoke that into me and challenged me in a way. So
hmm That's awesome,
um,
man. That's awesome. One of the things that and this even for me, it resonated with me, what you said, because, I had dreams long time ago trying to make it in R&B. And
mm,
when God got a hold of me, I literally laid all that down because I understood where I was. I needed to get him in me. You know what I'm saying?
wow,
And
yeah,
and I was like you. I was a point where, man, I guess I'm never gonna be doing anything having to do with music again. And
wow,
the Lord was like, I never told you that. you know, it's just now you're doing it
seriously.
for the kingdom. And
Oh, that's so good.
it's almost like Moses, you know what I'm saying? Moses had that staff that was his livelihood when he was in the backside of the desert. That staff was his protection, it was his
Mm,
guide, it was everything. And the Lord telling you to throw it down to a burning bush, you know what I'm
right.
saying? But
Yeah,
when God gave him back that staff, it wasn't the same staff. So it's kind of like with the music that he gave you. You thought that you were done, but he's like, nope, I'm taking it to the next dimension in me. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
amazing. Hey,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
When you
man.
think, man, throw in the towel, like he could turn that whole thing around. So
Absolutely,
that's cool, bro.
absolutely, absolutely,
And
man.
not for what you thought either.
Exactly, exactly, exactly.
That's the hard part is laying it down.
Yep,
But
yep. Yeah, but when we lay it
oh,
down, God is definitely not one that just gives and doesn't forget about it. You know what I'm saying? He's the one
it's
that gave the
facts.
gift, so he definitely has a plan and a purpose for it. So that's
Absolutely.
awesome.
Yes,
So
sir.
tell us a little bit
Hmm.
about, the song that you got featured on the compilation, is your song Relocate. I have to say it's one of my faves. Not trying to play favorites. I love them all, but man, it's definitely one that I've put on repeat several times, man. It's your wordplay, the beat, everything, man. It's a nice track, and I can't wait for the people to hear it if they haven't already done so. But tell us a little bit
Likewise.
about what inspired Relocate. You got my man Joey Montez on it.
All
Tell us how all that came together, and when the people hear it, what you want them to get from the song.
right. Yeah, so it was about 2020, between 2020 and 2021, my wife and we had moved from Chicago to Southwest Florida. And that's what kind of inspired the relocate. But
Mm.
really what we were trying to get through to the people was that, not everybody can move physically, but you can
Mm.
relocate in your mind. It's about changing your thought habits, what you think about, what you've been thinking about. And yeah, so man, we were just on this mind, body, spirit transformation, just becoming the best versions of ourselves. And we were just trying to inspire the people, man. Like relocate, you know? That's why even in the record, I'm like, compare the man that I am way back to the man that I was. I've been more focused on the future to change who I become. And yeah, so with that song, I had an open verse and I really didn't know what to do with it. And I ended up, I just, man, took a shot, sent it to Joey. And he got back to me like, yes, sir, this is it. Like, I'm going to jump on that one. So,
nice.
Man, next thing you know, he sent the vocals back and it was like, oh, yeah, let's go.
Definitely, man. Well, I can't wait for people to hear. If they haven't already heard it they're definitely going to hear it on the compilation, man. And man, listen, dude, I'm very, very honored that you were part of the compilation, that you took the time to just let the people know, about Mike Lowe, man. I'm excited about all that God is continually doing in and through you, brother. So before we get out of here, just one more time, let the people know how they can reach out to you, social media, all that good stuff, and any future projects, up and coming projects that you have in the works.
Oh, okay, man. Yes, thank you first and foremost, man, for even putting this together. Like, I'm honored to be a part of this.
My pleasure, man.
People can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Real Mike Lowe. Just Real Mike Lowe. Everything across all platforms. And yeah, Spotify is Mike Lowe. That's Mike L-O. So yeah, L-O. These are even the t-shirts, Low Road.
I love it.
But yeah, man, I had another point. I don't even know where I was going with it. Next future project.
Yeah.
So I just recently I got a 2-week-old, man. So we just
man, congratulations, brother.
Thank you. Yeah, my son. So man, I was thinking with how life has been lately, we might drop an album calling it Low Sleep, man. The way things have been. If you got kids, you would know what I'm talking about.
Man.
But yeah, man. Yeah, I got a few records that I've been just putting together and looking forward to that coming out soon, man.
Awesome. Once again, man, thank you for being with us. Hey, listen, y'all keep it locked to Holy Culture Radio and be on the lookout for the best of Way to Wait coming real soon. Till next time, man, y'all be blessed. Have a great one.